Right now, getting the facts on the 2024 race for president. Look at this, 103 days to go before Election Day. November's going to be here before we know it. Last night, President Biden gave his first public address since ending his re-election bid on Sunday. Now, all eyes turn to what happens to the Democratic Party's nominee, presumptively right now, Kamala Harris. PolitiFact chief correspondent Lou Jacobson joining us live now. Hey, Lou, great to see you. So, look, we've seen incumbents drop out before, but with Biden's case, what makes this one so different?
It's really the duration of time. Truman in 1952 dropped out in March, about 220 days before voting. And Lyndon Johnson in 68, he dropped out also in March, 219 days before the election. For Biden, it was 107 days. And the other difference, too, is that it was after the primaries were completed in Biden's case. The primaries were still going on to the extent they mattered in 68, which is less. They had not fully started in earnest for both Truman and Johnson.
And for, I'm thinking of the LBJ one and specifically Truman as well. Was there this pressure from their parties like we've seen on Biden as well, or was it different circumstances?
Well, there was. Both Truman and Johnson came to be president because of the death of the president. Could have served another term if they'd wanted to after they became president. Both were in the middle of wars, Korea and Vietnam, respectively. And particularly for Johnson, he had a lot of internal pressure because the Vietnam War was very unpopular. It was different, though, I think, for Biden because, a lot of the concern about Biden was his age. I didn't get the sense that either of the other two presidents was strictly about age. It was more about sort of, policies.
And Lou, now we've seen this passing of the torch to Kamala Harris becoming the presumptive nominee. The unofficial AP poll shows she has enough delegates to win at the convention, assuming that they actually vote for her in a few weeks there in Chicago. But because you mentioned it was so late in the process, some, like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, a Republican, have said that this may be unlawful according to state rules to switch candidates so late in the game. What has PolitiFact found about this claim?
Yeah, so, Democrats seem to be on pretty solid legal ground here. It doesn't mean that the Republicans can't sue. It also doesn't mean that we know what courts will rule. But it looks pretty solid legally for the Democrats. The key reason is that the formal nomination hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen in a week or two when the delegates vote. But right now, as of a couple days ago, Joe Biden was only the presumptive nominee. He was not the nominee. And Democratic Party rules say that the delegates who Biden collected could vote for somebody else if it's in all good conscience. So because no state has had the qualification date for their ballot pass, it should be more than enough time for the Democrats to vote formally to make Kamala Harris their formal nominee, and then transmit that to every state they need to be on the ballot. Legally, it seems like a pretty open and shut case. Now, could this, be taken up by the courts? Could the Supreme Court, create some sort of new law or precedent? I guess anything is possible. But the legal experts we talked to seem to think that it's a pretty fairly clean-cut case, that the Democrats have not chosen somebody yet. There's still time to formally choose somebody, and they are on track to do so.
All right, what a decade this month has been, or so it feels.
Indeed.
Lou Jacobson, thanks for joining us. Great to see you as always.
Thank you.